Hey, hello everybody, and major life update. A couple weeks ago, I moved to France. Super crazy, but it's been like what, 8 months leading up to this. So I thought I'd tell you guys a little bit about how I moved to France and where I kind of think that I am taking this channel for the future. Because a lot of my stuff that's on here now is kind of fun and quirky, but it is not necessarily what I'll continue to be posting on here. So let's see about, this will just kind of be like a little vlog type update. I don't know, maybe I'll do these once a week because I haven't really had internet up until this point. So it like hasn't really been possible, but it'd be nice to just have, even for me, like to look back on a little update every week to just, talk about life, living in another country, which is kind of crazy. So it all started back in, wow, maybe like March 2015. No, that's false. What year is it now? 2016? March 2016. I was like, wait, I was still in school in March 2015. So it all started back in March. My boyfriend was looking for grad schools and he found one in France that he thought was perfect. It fit everything that he was looking for. So he had already applied and then he ended up getting accepted. I guess in probably March or April. And so at that point, it was like, okay, so this is way cheaper than the one that he was intending to go to in the US. We're talking like $2,000, or maybe, sorry, $1,000 for 2 years versus $40,000 a year. So he was like, and it's got the perfect combination of classes that I want. So plus, Regan loves France, so we should just go to it. So I was like, okay. I've been to France once before for study abroad. Like, I'll just get a student visa so I can work on my French some more. And my goal is to be fluent within the year. And then I've got to have some source of income. So I will get my, I don't know, my something to be able to teach English. So that process began in, I think, March or April. Quite a long process because it is now September. So I started applying for my student visa. I got accepted to the French language program here that at the same university as Austin's going to. Got all that jazz figured out. And then around late August, like legit, it takes this long because first you have to do an application through Campus France, and then you actually do a separate like interview type thing at the consulate. And I think there's maybe 8 or 10 consulates in the US, French consulates in the US. So, and this time it was kind of weird because last time I filled out my Campus France application and then they said, okay, you're ready to go to your consulate visit. Whereas this time they made me do a phone interview in French. And I thought, okay, it's just because of, the terrorism and stuff here lately. They're being extra super secure with people that they give visas to. So, and they asked me pretty much the same things that they would have asked me at the consulate interview. So that's why I was just kind of confused. I thought, that's weird. So it's now, I guess, the end of July, and we are trying to schedule our appointment at the consulate. So we get one about I guess, it was the very last week in July because we were supposed to fly out on August 24th. And so I thought this will give me enough time to, I should probably turn vibrate off on my phone. I thought this will give me enough time to get everything in order, us enough time to get our visas back, and then get prepared before our flight because it typically takes around 2 weeks for a student visa. So the consulate is 8 hours away in Houston. So I'm like, okay, I get all my papers together because they want like a million different papers. Our envelopes, our folders are about this big. And then we make the 8-hour drive to Houston, take a day off work, and go down there. So our appointments were at 8 a.m. in the morning, bright and early. It was super hot in Houston, so we were in like our nice dress clothes, ready for our appointment. And then we were about maybe like half a mile to 3/4 of a mile away, so we thought we'll just walk. Much easier than trying to find parking over there because we knew last time from when he took me to get my visa for study abroad that parking is a pain in the ass. And so we go upstairs bright and early, 8 a.m., and they say, hey, come on over, super nice. Are you married? no. So first they had to sit down together, then they had to separate, and I go over to my own little window. He's at his window over here. So they start looking through my papers. Okay, third paper in. They type in some number or something. And then she says, oh no, I can't give you this visa. And I'm like, why can't you? Like, what? Absolute disbelief. Because up until this point, I'd been like, oh yeah, it's so easy to get a visa. You just go and answer questions. Super quick and easy process. And then they send you your visa a couple days later. False. So I'm like, are you for real? And then she calls over the other guy and he's like, no, we can't give you this visa. And I'm like, oh my God. I say, can you tell me why? And he says, no, it just says that we can't give you this visa. So I am shaken. So I go back and I sit in the waiting area for 30 more minutes as Austin finishes his interview, answers all the normal questions. And I'm like starting to disintegrate. I see other people coming in and I'm just thinking, oh my God, I can't go to France. And we had listened to NPR the day before and they were talking about and like the terrorist watch list and how there were a bunch of people who had been put on the terrorist watch list out of suspicion, but they weren't actually, it wasn't necessary for them to be on there, but they never got taken off. So I thought, oh my God, I started racking my brain. I was like, what do I look at on the internet? What do I watch on TV? Like, have I ever done anything illegal? I was like, I've never been arrested. Why could they possibly not want to give me a visa? Like, I just don't get it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm on the terrorist watch list and I didn't even know about it. And then I was like, why would I be on the terrorist watch list? I wouldn't. So Austin finishes his interview and walks back over, and I break down into tears because I thought, great, Austin's gonna go to France without me. I'm gonna be here. I've already like put in my bye-bye to the job, so I can't even necessarily stay at work because they've already hired new people. What am I gonna do? I guess move to Texas and teach English online. I'll go there for 90 days, come back for 90 days, go there for 90 days on a tourist visa, and then come back to America. Like, I was just like, okay. And then I burst into tears. And then one of the guys working was like, come to the counter. And he was like, why are you crying? And I was like, oh, me, because my life is over right now. And he's like, it's about 8:30 at this time. He's like, come back at 9:30 and we'll talk to you again. So I'm just bawling my eyes out after I had done my makeup that morning, trying to look very professional. I come back at 9:30 and he says, oh, hello. And then he has me go into a back room, in the private offices, because the consulate, they're in little glass boxes and you just go up to the window and talk and give them your papers. So she takes me into the back room and she's like, we're going to speak in French. And I was like, oh, I haven't spoken French in 2 years and I am an emotional wreck right now. I said, can we please not? And she said, no, we're going to speak in French. And I was like, budge sickles. So then, oh God, this was like one of the worst days of my life. So she was like, essentially it boiled down to, long story short, they said that I was not valid to get the student visa because my professional goal was to teach English. Which I thought, well, I don't actually really know what my professional goal is right now because I just quit my job in marketing and now I'm teaching English. Like, I'm a little lost. I don't really know what my goal in life is. I didn't say this, of course, and she's like, why would you go take French classes if you're already at this level, which they gave me at the end of study abroad, which was an advanced level, and then, like, why would you do that? And I said, so I can be fluent in French. She's like, yes, but you don't need a student visa to go to France and take classes. She said, you should get this, it's called a freelancer visa. I think it's called Profession Libérale et Indépendante. So, thanks, French accent. Um, so she said, these are the list of papers you need. We're going to take part of your application today and then send in your papers ASAP, and we will process your application. So I thought, oh my God, it takes 10 to 15 business days to process the application. It is the last week of July right now, and I am supposed to leave on the 24th. I thought there's no way that I can get all of this done in time because it included things like writing a business plan. I had to prove I had a certain amount of income, which was 4,000, or not, sorry, not income, but a certain amount in savings to keep myself afloat while I'm here, even though I'll be making money, which was $4,000 higher than the amount of income I had to prove for the student visa. So I thought, oh my God, I have to find $4,000. And then it was just like a laundry list of things. And I thought, I can't write a business plan in English and French in a week. Like, I can't get my FBI background check in a week. Like, I can't do all of these things that I need to do in a week. So I was like, okay, came back to Oklahoma, like, oh shit. But then I thought, oh, like, it's no big deal. I'll just fly to France with Austin, stay for a couple weeks while I'm waiting to get my visa back, and help him get adjusted and settled. And then I realized, no, that's not going to work because you leave your passport with them. So if I don't get my visa back in time, whether it's accepted or denied, then I can't even fly to France with Austin. And he's freaking out and he's like, oh my God, I have to get this shit together fast. So the next week, I don't even know how I did it. I wrote my business plan. I did my income statement, my projected income statement. I somehow did it in French and English. This is all I did. I got my FBI background checked. I got my laundry list of things that I needed to do. And then I sent it all back in express mail. And I got my visa back in less than 2 weeks. However, I'm technically in France right now on a temporary visa that's for 2 months. And then what I have to do is go to the prefecture while I'm here, which I've started the process of that. I actually got my letter back from them today with a list of more items I need to send them before I can go in for my meeting. So we'll see how this all works out, but hopefully I will get my 1-year resident card to live in France, and then I will renew that next year and yearly for however long we're here. We're planning on being here for 2 years because that's how long Austin studies are, but then we don't really know what we'll do after that. Austin, well, we've been here for about 3 weeks now because we got here on August 24th. Sorry, I think our flight was on the 23rd. We got here on August 24th. It took us 3 weeks to find an apartment, and then now we're just chilling while I wait to hopefully get my residence card, which I have to do within my first 2 months of being here. So it's all crazy. But for the meantime, we finally have internet. So I'll probably make a video about how I found an apartment here, maybe like a day in the life. I don't know. I have a bunch of different plans, but this channel will turn into a little bit more of a travel and expat channel because, when I studied abroad, I realized that I really, really like getting to see and learn about other cultures, like most people do. I think most people do. And I felt that study abroad was a really enlightening experience for me. So I'm excited to be back in France. I want to visit a ton of French cities and give you guys kind of a peek at how France is so much larger than just Paris. Because I feel like people often equate France with Paris and think they're just the same thing. But France is actually quite a large country that I am so excited to share with you guys. So if you guys have any videos you want to see, or if you have any questions for me, let me know in the comment, and then I'm hoping to be posting at least one video a week. So until next time, au revoir. Sorry, that's so cheesy. Bye.